What's going on, members of the Burger Empire? Brian here for BodyByBurgers, and I am really excited for today's video. Today's video, not a fitness related video, but a video that I asked if you guys wanted on my Instagram. So, a little while back, I went to Lethbridge, and I went to visit a buddy in Lethbridge, and we went and seen the sights and sounds there, and I knew there was a candy store there. Well, this candy store has changed a little bit since I was there last. Now, this candy store has kind of imported some candies that I didn't know existed. And when I mean candies I didn't know existed, you know that's a big step, because I know a thing or two about junk food. I didn't get to be almost 400 pounds by not eating junk food. So, what I have today, I got 3 different flavors of M&Ms that I had never heard of. Maybe they are rampant elsewhere in the world, but just not here in Canada, and especially in a small city like Medicine Hat. But then there's these other ones that I have that I know for a fact have been definitely imported by them, because there really isn't much English on there. So first up, we got Coffee Nut M&Ms. Coffee Nut M&Ms. This one says it's a share size, but I don't think they know me or ever ran into me. For those of you who don't know, my first passion for food is burgers. My second passion for drinks is probably, aside from water, because I drink more water than anything, is probably coffee. Coffee's become a big replacement for me since cutting back on energy drinks. M&Ms has also, I guess, addressed the people that need a little higher caffeine content in their life by putting out espresso M&Ms, and I don't know if we can read that better. So espresso M&Ms, it says vote down here, so I don't know if there was some sort of contest that was going on, because the next flavor I'm about to show you also has the vote on it, and that is crunchy raspberry M&Ms right here. Even though I'm kind of looking forward to the coffee ones, I think this is kind of what I'm most looking forward to, so I hope they don't disappoint. And I can tell that they're not from Canada, because Canadian nutrition labels are a different look than what's on the back of these. So on the back of these, it just kind of lists what the nutrition is across the top. We actually have it categorized, and it looks like a nice little chart in Canada. I have to get this because, well, what's my name? That's right, BodyByBurgers. And I happen to walk into this candy store, and I find tiny little burger candy. This was the cheapest purchase there, so I was pretty excited about that. And I get a little bit further into the depths of this store, and I can't remember the store name, and if I could remember the store name, I would definitely give them a shout out, but I kept the bag that all the candy came in, and it's just old school newsprint kind of paper, so I don't really know what they were called or remember what they're called, and if I do, I'll put them in the link below. But the further I get into the depths of the store, they end up having an entire box of burger candies. Now, as you can tell, the only English words on here are every burger. The rest of them are either Chinese or Japanese. I don't know. Oh, I do know. They are Japanese, right there. Japanese cookies. And this is more like a Canadian nutrition label, so you can tell that this has been imported and converted over for Canadians. Because I don't know if you guys know this, because we have Quebec, we have to have 2 languages on every label, English and French. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's get into the one that I think maybe I am least looking forward to. And you might be surprised, but it is just a single little burger, because I don't know about gummy candy. It's kind of different every time. So let's give it a shot here, and hopefully they aren't too bad. Comes in a little plastic container outside of the wrapping. So let's see if this is easy to get out. Alright. So, I mean, the Japanese are crafty people. I'm kind of hoping that this is bun, lettuce, egg, tomato and bun, but let's give it a shot. Honestly, it's just like your typical gummy sugar candy. Nothing too overly spectacular about it. It's just the shape of a burger. It's more of a novelty item, so I had to get it. Not too bad. Not the worst candy I've ever had, so I'm happy. Next up, a $4 bag of M&Ms. We're going with the coffee nut M&Ms. Kind of hoping that they are the colors like they have listed on the bottom here in the light browns, dark browns. To get a better idea of what they look like, we do have all three colors here. And they do look like coffee beans, except for maybe this one right here. It kind of looks more like maybe a vanilla bean. I'm not sure if all three of these colors are different flavors, but I kind of doubt it, because M&Ms aren't. Despite what you think, if you like the red M&M the most, it's the same flavor as the yellow one, I promise you. Oh yeah, so on first taste, there's not a lot of coffee flavor there. There's a lot of chocolate, there's a lot of normal M&M, but hopefully I can bite through one of these here and show you what's on the inside. So once you bite through it, as you can tell, it really isn't a coffee bean. It's definitely a peanut. Still good candies, very good. It's a very subtle coffee flavor. It's kind of like if you were to get those chocolate style coffees, the flavored ones, that way. Pretty good, actually. I prefer them over regular peanut M&Ms or almond M&Ms. Overall, really good. If I were to give them a rating out of 10, they're probably getting a solid 8.5 out of 10. Just because they're pretty good, and they're better than the normal M&Ms. Next up, crunchy espresso. I'm hoping, or maybe not hoping, but expecting more of a coffee, more of a coffee flavor in these. I do drink some espresso in coffee quite regularly, so I know what it does to coffee. Let's see what it does to M&Ms. First thing I noticed right away, these ones are a fair bit smaller than the coffee M&Ms. So I don't think there's any almonds in there, or peanuts like the coffee ones, but let's give them a shot. These are more what I was expecting the coffee ones to be like. The espresso is quite sharp in them, but the center part has a nice little crunch to it. So it's tough to see once I bite through the middle, but that's more like what I was expecting the coffee ones to be, is kind of like a lighter, crispier coffee bean in the middle. But overall, these are really good too. And again, maybe it's just because there's coffee in them, but I do prefer them over regular M&Ms. Crunchy raspberry. These are the ones I'm most looking forward to because there's just something about fruit and chocolate that go really, really good together. And maybe it's the fact that you're negating the good with the bad, or negating the bad with the good, depending on how you want to look at it, justifying that you're eating healthy. But we're going to give these ones a shot, and these are the ones I'm most excited about. I'm thinking for the raspberry, we got red for the raspberry, white for the seeds, and then brown for the chocolate. But these ones are very similar size to the espresso ones. So let's give them a couple of these guys a shot here. These ones are very good. These ones have the most distinct specialty flavor of the three. So the raspberry is actually very sharp in them, and it's very good. The chocolate is almost secondary to what you taste in these ones, and that's fine by me, because I got a specialty candy. I want something different. See, it's a little white in there. I don't know if maybe it's because I grabbed a white M&M, but it's crunchy, and that is a lot of flavor in there, and I really enjoy these. Because out of the three, these ones, they're the knockouts. They're the 10 out of 10s. Last but not least, the Japanese import. The every burger, so they call it. I don't know if there's every burger in here, but I really think that this because of the way it actually opens, is probably meant to be some sort of display, I would think. But we rip into it here, and what do we have? More Chinese packaging. So this is still just a mystery because I still can't see into it. The picture on the outside really doesn't tell me much. The flap on the inside still tells me nada. We have a tray of mini burgers. And the first thing I smell is chocolate. The next thing it looks like is it's actually dried bun. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, like if I were to find one here that looks like a little sesame, it literally looks and feels kind of like croutons from a Caesar salad. So now I really don't know what to expect out of these ones, but this is kind of what I was looking forward to because it was unknown. You can't tell anything by the package. I'm kind of hoping this is like a chocolate pretzel, but like if you're looking at the side profile, I mean, they're interesting, that's for sure. But down the hatch. So it's not as crispy as I thought it would be. And upon first bite, I was like, there's something else in here that's not chocolate. So grabbing another one, they've made the cheese out of peanut butter. Genius. Leave it to the Japanese. So, but really, it just reminds me of Ritz crackers smashed with peanut butter and chocolate shaped in a burger. So as you can imagine, it's still pretty good. That, my friends, is my crazy candy video review. Leave a like if you like this video. Put a comment down below on the craziest candy you have ever tried. Where you got it from, if it had to be imported, if you paid extra money because it was interesting to you. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's the only way to become a member of the Burger Empire. Thank you again for watching the video, everybody, and until next time, Burger Power.